the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the New York Knicks. For New York, it's been tough sledding. The loss is mounting. They're simply not playing up to capacity. How to fix it is the question. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've
never heard
and you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never
thought.
heard that
before. It's not a
before.
marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh.
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Get up out of your seat! Let's make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers! Starting at center, standing 6'11", number 41, Ante Zizic. At small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 23, Joe Johnson. At shooting guard, standing 6'8", number 1, Rodney Hood. Starting at the other forward position, at 7'0" inches, number 9, Channing Frye. The other guard, at 6'3" inches, number 3, George Hill. The head coach of your home team is Tyronn Lue. Cavaliers fans, make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers!
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's the home of the Cavaliers, Quicken Loans Arena, as we are in Cleveland, Ohio. And, of course, Porzingis. They'll need someone to fill his role.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they've got. Jordan is out there with Vonleh. Then it's Smith. Then it's Matthews. And it's Knox in at the small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hill. It's tipped. Smith surveying the D. Over Hill. Smith, no good.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year. With the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Fires at the elbow. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And since 1973, only 2 finals appearances for the New York Knicks.
Yep, 1994, they lost to the Rockets in 7 games. And in 99, that was the lockout-shortened season. They lost to the Spurs eventually on their home court in 5 games. No finals appearances for the New York Knicks in the new millennium.
Here's Jordan following the basket by George Hill. Jordan dishes to Matthews. Pass to Smith. The feed to Matthews. Over Hood. Matthews, no good.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Stolen away. In the corner, Smith with it. Passes to Vonleh. To the right side. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Hood. He's around 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Now here's Hood. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And he's good on the 3-ball. And so New York calls timeout. Their first. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
Hill against Smith. Here's Knox. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Now here's Hood. The high post shot. Again, the Cavaliers score.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. You're in a great groove.
Smith kicks to Jordan. It's Matthews on the wing, covered by Hood. Matthews against Hood. Clock at 4 to stop the drought. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Knicks trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the wing on the left. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Johnson. In the corner, Smith with it. And the Knicks miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Johnson wide open. He fires. That one a little long. Here's Knox. No points in the game yet for him. Smith outside. Stripped away. Now here is Hill. He has 7. Zizic kicks to Hill. Lets a floater go. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Hill with some nice D.
Now, the defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Tries from 10 and misses it off the right side of the rim. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, it felt like they were teenagers during the summer. Low levels of activity, allowed too many good looks, and just not their night.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Cleveland leading by 7. Hill kicks to Johnson. Vonleh with the rebound.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now, here is Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. and he uses the glass on the layup.
I tell you what, Smith has one of the best first steps I've seen in a long time. This guy is outstanding in terms of how he explodes.
Hood against Matthews, and it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Hill. Here's the floater. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Brent, George Hill is a guard who has been as consistent as it gets from deep the last few seasons in the league.
Well, Hill's always been a good shooter since entering the league. Remember starting his career in San Antonio, so he showed off his wares alongside Tim Duncan in the post where he could spot up and gain his confidence. And the last 3 seasons for him, he's been over 40%.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
And the coaches got to keep their focus, though, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
And for the Cleveland Cavaliers in this roster, Brent, a lot of sharpshooters that can get hot at any time.
Well, 3rd in the league last season in made threes, and team does a really good job of drawing and kicking and finding shooters, and they had the 5th best rated offense last year, mostly because of how well they shot the ball from distance.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He's off on the first. And I'll tell you, Brent, a lot of distractions for the Knicks over the last few years.
Well, quite a number of coaching changes, obvious changes to the front office, so that means you're turning in a different direction, and some people in the Knicks organization really having a hard time just getting along with one another.
So we can't get either to fall. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Inside, Hill. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The Cavaliers 5th.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
Here's Hood. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Johnson kicks to Fry. Here's Hood. He's off on that one. And New York the other way now. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And this is why depth is so important. You know, next man up, and it's pretty much the philosophy for every good team in our league.
But you're going to have injuries. You're going to have nights where there's foul troubles or the starters just struggle. So you need a strong bench to remain consistent in this league.
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. To the middle, here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Vonleh, the pass to Knox. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Johnson's shot is off.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight. And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Hill, no good. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And it's Smith penetrating. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
The free throw drops for Smith.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Johnson. Clarkson comes in for Hood, and it's Sexton in for George Hill. That one drops. He ties it up.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Clarkson dishes to Sexton. Puts up a 3. A rebound by Hazanya. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Korver. Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. And there's Korver on the assist by Sexton. Korver's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Smith outside. Here's Knox. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And now a moment to see the stats for Ntilikina. His last 10 games, he's averaging about 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I mean, he can get down on himself at times. He's just got to keep working, and I think things will turn around.
This is where your character can be tested, his will to fight through this kind of adversity. And I think he's got a good chance.
Korver, good.
And, hey, that's Korver's go-to. As soon as he catches that ball right there, it's going right up. Got to love that approach.
Here's Hazanya. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Hazanya's got his first 2 points of the night. Now, here's Sexton, covered by Smith. Sexton kicks to Korver. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sexton. The Knicks pull it in. Smith outside. The pass to Knox. To the middle. It's deflected. Here's Sexton. The rebound by Hazanya.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Sexton with it. Working on Smith. Sexton's shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Smith finds Hazanya. Here's Jordan. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Pass to Clarkson. Now, here's Fry. He's guarded closely. And here's Sexton. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. Shot clock at 3. Puts it up. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Trey Burke's checked in for Dennis Smith.
Trey Burke.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Jordan. Off on the layup.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Korver, good.
That's Korver's game right there. When that 3 ball is dropping, he is really, really dangerous, and it drops often.
Got a piece of it, but they recover it. Here's Jordan. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Sexton the pass to Zizic to the left side wing. 13 feet away. The Knicks pull it in.
He has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
Hezonja kicks to Burke. High post try, and the jumper is on the mark. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Sexton the pass to Clarkson. Baseline try.
And a shrewd defensive player with great size is Ntilikina, effective at staying right with his man.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Cavaliers lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Free throws have been a struggle for DeAndre Jordan. He was asked if he'd ever consider shooting them underhanded like some have done in the past.
I haven't. I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular for a while. And if that's my last resort, then so be it.
You know, he's made some progress with his unusual method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who were getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
They've got Kyle Korver, Zizic out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Sexton. And it's Osman in at the 2. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. Sexton the pass to Zizic. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Zizic. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league. Sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job,
right,
because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball following the score by New York. Sexton's shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead by 5.
A dangerous score from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Baker kicks to Burke. Off target with his 3. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Korver, pass to Sexton. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Fry. It's rebounded by New York. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Burke dishes to Jordan.
How about the Cavs last year, making it back to their 4th straight finals appearance alongside the Golden State Warriors. And for a team in a city that's just had so little to cheer and celebrate about, obviously LeBron James bringing their championship to them a couple years ago, ultimately the golden era of Cleveland Cavalier basketball.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, the way that DeAndre has built up his body over the last few years, he's gone from a raw and skinny prospect to a guy that you can't move around on the inside anymore.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Johnson, he's checked in for Fry. Hood comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Hill in for Sexton. He hits the second from the line.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Hill kicks to Zizic. Hood drives in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And the Cavs and Warriors last year in the finals, Brent, the Cavs had a chance to even the rivalry at 2 wins apiece.
Well, they did, Kevin, but pretty much outmatched last year in the finals. Just too much roster change and not enough firepower to overtake the Golden State Warriors. The depth just wasn't there. It was a great ride last year with LeBron getting back to his 8th finals, but they came up short.
One shot.
That free throw good from Hood.
And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. Doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
Vonleh, the pass to Baker. High, arcing shot, 6 to shoot. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Osman kicks to Hood. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hood's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
A lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set can draw it out.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Hill. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And now it's an 11-point Cleveland lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You look at the Knicks free agent signings, Brent, haven't been so great over the past few seasons.
Yeah, a lot of that's been due to major injuries. When you sign veteran guys and you're in a situation where you're hoping to win now or get to the playoffs, there's a risk that comes with that. So that cap management for the Knicks, it's been a tricky game and one they've come up on the short end on.
And New York making a change here. Matthews is checked in. Moutier finds Matthews. Over Hood, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Hill passes to Johnson. It's back to Hill. A floater, and it's good on the way in. Hill's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nights like this, George Hill can be aggressive. Sometimes coaches ask him to do that. Right now, he's got it going.
Hood against Matthews. Back to Moutier. Looking to end the run. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Unreal play there. Moutier ran that pick and roll to perfection to get himself the shot.
Hill deciding where to go with it. Zizic kicks to Hood. It's Hill on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Lets a floater go. Shoots from the baseline. Hood can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Now here's Hood. He has 7. Outside Hill. Lets a floater go. Here's Johnson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And here's a look at the stats for Hill. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 9 points a night, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Moutier, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Joe is a scorer and a shooter, but it always looks prettiest from the mid-range.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 11-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. The Cavaliers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Here's Hill, and Jordan sends it back.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
That's tipped. Here's Osman. He's still scoreless so far in this one. At the top of the key, Hood. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Jordan. Matthews passes to Baker. Johnson with the block. They recover it.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Down low. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Such a great big body for a wing player. Johnson can definitely finish amidst the tall timber.
New York calls timeout. Traveling has been a concern for the NBA for a while. For a purist like you, do you like that?
Well, you got to get from city to city, Kevin.
I don't think that's the kind of traveling I'm talking about here. Yes. I only ask you pay attention. That's all. Kevin. It's a simple request.
Yeah, they're doing a better job. Some get away with it more than others. How's that?
What an answer. Thank you, Brent. And Cleveland making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Ron Baker. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
Hill with it. 12 points for him. He dishes it to Johnson. Here's Zizic. Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ntilikina. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
A cunning ball handler. Gotta like seeing Ntilikina mix it up and create for himself.
Clarkson kicks to Zizic. Back to Clarkson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
For Cleveland, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And with Clarkson, as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. And he's good on the second.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
Here's Knox. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
You look at the roster turnover that the Cavs have had the last few seasons. A lot of trades made, some hits and some misses. And you know the front office willing to make some deals to try to get this train back on the right track.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Korver comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Sexton in for Hill.
Shooting 1.
And with the trades this Cavs team has made, several blockbuster deals in the last few years.
Well, they have a tough payroll situation that they're trying to deal with and manage and manipulate. And it's tough for a young GM to try to find a way between sticking with what they've done, or is it a time to try to start to develop something for their future? You give them credit for doing everything in their power to still compete.
And another miss by Cleveland.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And talking about the Knicks last year, definitely one of the bigger teams in the NBA.
Interesting to look down at their scoring last year, as their top 4 scorers were either centers or forwards. And that's a little bit unusual in today's game, where most of the impact's coming from your point guard or a wing player. Not the case for the Knicks, so they're looking for some backcourt help.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Cavaliers leading. Sexton dishes to Clarkson. Kicks it to Sexton. Clarkson against Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Yes, that goes in.
You're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the half. Pass to Vonleh. Back to Smith. The 3 drops in the tray. Smith's got 7 points.
A work in progress for sure, but I like how Smith Jr. still keeps taking those deep shots.
Johnson right side, 11 feet away. That shot no good, and New York will come the other way.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
The pass to Johnson. Back to Clarkson. He kicks it to Sexton. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana.
And looking at the Suns matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here's Knox. Johnson with some nice D.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
From 13, no good off the back of the rim. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Knocks the pass to Ntilikina, and he makes that one. And it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
What a deft player. Give Ntilikina a little breathing room, and he is going to knock down that floater.
Now Sexton. To halt the run, it's deflected. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. New York ahead, leading by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Tyronn, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just be able to make shots. We just got to relax and we got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They look like a more focused team in the second quarter, and what was an early deficit for them has turned into a 3-point lead at the break. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you could tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland. And East 4th Street right in the heart of it all. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at George Hill. He's really been playing well.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. They've got Vonleh. Dennis Smith is out there with Matthews. Then it's Jordan, and it's Knox in at the 3. Now, here is Smith. Over Hood. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Hood against Matthews. Hood kicks to Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Johnson is very, very skilled at drawing contact, a great scorer in the league, and the free throw line helps you be that way.
For Cleveland, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, primetime years for Joe Johnson meant ISO Joe for his ability to score one-on-one, a style of offense that's lost a little bit of its favor, but it remains effective for Joe.
And both free throws good for Johnson.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now here's Matthews. Pass to Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's check out stats for Joe Johnson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 14 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
And he makes the first.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Both free throws good from Smith.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Hill finds Hood. It's tipped.
Well, you notice the length there from Vonleh, allowing him to get that shot block.
The Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Matthews. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Matthews has got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Hill passes to Zizic. Outside Hood. Free throw line jump shot, and it's good. 2 points. He's got 9.
You got to remember, Rodney Hood, 6'8", so he has the size needed to be a factor on the inside if he stays aggressive.
And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player. A lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Matthews.
One shot, gentlemen.
Jordan no good on the free throw. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Hill. Smith with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The 3. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Hill. Kicks it to Johnson. And that misses everything.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
The shot. It's hauled in by Fry.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And here is Hezonja. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Johnson. 8 points for him. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And now just a 1-point Knicks lead. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Passes it to Vonleh. Here's Knox. And there it is for him. Knox has got 9.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Feeds it to Johnson. The Knicks pull it in. Knox has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
From deep, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Johnson. And a switcher also for New York. Burks is checked in. And the Cavaliers with possession here. They trail by 3. There's the pass to Hood. Shot from free throw range. Here's Zizic. Great D that time from Jordan.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Now here is Hill. 12 points for him. Bucket is good. And that's 13 points for Rodney Hood.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Vonleh. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
I'll tell you what, he just brings that Mamba mentality, if you will. When he's got a chance to attack the rim, boy, he just goes to another gear.
Now here's Hood. He's got 13. Over in the corner, Osman. 6 on the shot clock. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Osman's got his first 2 points of the night. The Knicks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Burke. Up again. That shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Hill with it. Now Smith defending. Hill against Smith. Hill kicks to Hood. For the lead, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
A tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which of course the New York fans are going to react to, and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Hill. Moutier, he's checked in for New York. Count it.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Knicks trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Right side, Jordan. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. 4 on the clock. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. No good again that time. And when it came to hiring Fizdale, the Knicks went so far as to contact their former coach, Pat Riley.
Yeah, Pat, a bit of Knicks royalty with his success in the Big Apple, said this about Fizdale, that he's got a great mind and that he'll be mentally prepared for everything New York throws at him. So a good choice for the Knicks, and we'll see how he performs in the big city.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Let's look here at the numbers for Vonleh. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Here's Osman. No good with the triple. Knicks trail by 5. Moutier dishes to Vonleh. Basket good.
Textbook pass for Moutier there. That's what he's out there to do.
Here's Clarkson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Timeout called, Cleveland.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
For the Cavaliers, Korver comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Sexton in for Jetty Osman. Sexton kicks to Zizic. And Fry has it in the corner. Pass to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Over Hezonja. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. New York moving it around. Now here's Vonleh, guarded by Fry. Vonleh, the pass to Moutier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
What's interesting about Moutier is how cavernous the gap is between the strengths and weaknesses that he has. On the plus side, he creates shots for himself, but how many of those shots is he actually going to make? The other part about his game, though, is his distribution is pretty solid. So if he plays in the pick and roll, he can find teammates.
And the first one at the line is good. Another thing about Moutier, really good on-ball defender. That marks him.
Well, a better defender when his man's in front of him and not as good at chasing guys through screens. He seems to either get bumped off route or try to take shortcuts that cost him. But offensively is where it is he needs to just be better at decision-making and get that jump shot to be more consistent.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Here's Clarkson, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Clarkson's got 5 now.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Vonleh to the inside. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Now it's a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Like to see Jordan turn on the Jets right there. Change of speed so hard to guard, and Jordan, he's very much capable of that.
Hezonja kicks to Vonleh. Back to Hezonja. Shoots over Clarkson. Nice form on the 20-footer. Cleveland leading by 3. Sexton with it. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
You know, beautiful move there by Sexton. Read the defender and has the body control to adjust.
Here's Ntilikina. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. Ntilikina kicks to Hezonja. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Passes it to Ntilikina. Just 5 to shoot. Over Fry. Ntilikina can't hit. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside, Sexton makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now the pass to Jordan. Now Hezonja. Back to Jordan. From 10 feet out, and it's in off the backboard.
And this is where you have to appreciate DeAndre Jordan's activity. Incredible at staying engaged for the full 48.
Now, here's Clarkson. It's a 5-point game. He kicks it to Sexton. Over Moutier. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Ntilikina can't hit. Well, Cleveland shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Here's Clarkson. Ntilikina with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Drops in the tray.
Sweet jumper there from Moutier, catching the D by surprise by taking that shot as soon as he got the pass.
Pass to Zizic. Clarkson looking for an opening. Korver kicks to Clarkson. And Sexton has it in the corner. And another miss by Cleveland. Pass to Ntilikina. Jordan up top. Here's Moutier. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Got to play defense for more than the first pass. That time Clarkson stays with the possession. That helps out big time.
We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Kyle Korver is out there with Johnson. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Sexton. And it's Fry in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Something that maybe Joe Johnson could do more of with his size and skill. Get inside and work his way to the line.
Joe Johnson at the line for 2. Two.
And he knocks down the first one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Johnson hits them both. Knicks trail by 4. Ntilikina kicks to Baker. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Baker. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Korver, no luck.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Knicks trail by 4. Ntilikina passes to Matthews. Right wing. Here's Knox. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Cavaliers shooting for the game at 42%. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Here's Knox. To tie it up. Johnson with the block, and he's able to get it back. And the basket by Knox.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And using the quickness to his advantage there. Sexton getting some momentum behind him so he could put that one down.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Knox the pass to Jordan. Korver against Matthews. Over Johnson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Matthews has got the game tied up here for the Knicks. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside Korver. Sexton kicks to Johnson. In the corner, it's Clarkson. To the paint. Fry, good.
Great patience on the block, elevating with ease and then sinking the close-range shot over the top of the D.
Passes to Knox. Matthews finds Jordan. And the shot goes in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Johnson outside. An easy 2 points on the layup. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
13 feet away, and it doesn't even draw iron.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. New York trailing. To the middle, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Baker. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Baker's got 4 this quarter.
And that's how you set up your teammates, done with a little bit of flair.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded closely. This one for 3, connects from three-point range. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Here's Knox. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And another three for Cleveland.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
Ntilikina passes to Knox. To the inside, and stolen by Fry. Now here's Korver. Kicks it to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Yes, that goes in. And now a 6-point Cavalier lead.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You look at Joe Johnson. He's really been playing well.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
A different look now for Cleveland. Zizic has checked in for Korver. Rodney Hood comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Knicks. Smith comes in for Frank Ntilikina. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Vonleh, the pass to Smith, and the basket is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Cleveland leading by 4. And here is Hill. And the pass to Fry. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Johnson's got 12 points in just the second half. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Knicks. Smith outside. Over Hill. Excellent D there from Hill. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 10-2 run here. And Jordan sends it back. Here's Knox, guarded by Fry. Smith with it, outside Jordan. Here's Knox. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And New York making a change here. Hezonja's checked in. Cleveland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Hill kicks to Hood. It's back to Hill. Hood deciding where to go with it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Jordan's. Here's Hezonja. Hands it from downtown.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Hill passes to Zizic. Hood against Smith. Outside Hood. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Hezonja. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hill. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, George Hill making me get out a box of tissues. Sweet teardrop there.
Now here is Smith. Unloads from 13. They get it again. Vonleh kicks to Smith. Over Fry. Count it. And the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Smith.
And I tell you what, Smith takes over on those important possessions, always calm and confident with the ball, and this guy embraces the big moments.
Here's Hood. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Rodney Hood. Taking 2 shots. Two.
The first one falls.
One of the big calling cards for Rodney Hood and why he can compete at this level is his athleticism. So as long as he believes in that, he can continue to make contributions to any team.
Both free throws good from Hood. And here are the Knicks now. 7-point differential. Smith against Hill. Kept alive by New York. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Yep, it counts. 21 points for DeAndre Jordan. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Hill finds Johnson. With some arc, he lays it in. Joe Johnson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, Joe Johnson's a very patient player who likes to get inside for his shots as well, possessing a very nice touch down low.
And now here's Hazonia, and stolen by Hood. The finish, the coast-to-coast dunk.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Knicks trail by 9. Smith the pass to Knox. He feeds it to Vonleh. Right at the free throw line. That one off the back iron and out. Well, Cleveland shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. 1:16 left to play here in the fourth. And now, here's Hazonia, covered by Hood. Shot clock at 5. Here's Smith. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And I like seeing that Smith Jr. has a strong sense for when to shoot the mid-range.
And so Hood will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hill kicks to Fry. It's back to Hill. To the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 9. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Joe Johnson.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
There's 48 seconds left in the game. Fires, high post. That one doesn't go. And Cleveland will come the other way. He kicks it to Hill. Five to shoot. And stolen by Jordan.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
Hazonia on the wing. And the Knicks miss again. Now Hill. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Joe, congrats on the win. A lot of back and forth tonight, some good runs on both sides. How did you guys finally take control?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Great job, Joe. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.